We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. Severe tropical storm Florita has left the Philippine Area of Responsibility or PAR. However, Pag-asa says some parts of Luzon will continue to experience heavy rains and strong winds. Moderate to heavy rains will still be experienced over the Ilocos region, Abra, and Benguet. Light to moderate with at times heavy rains will prevail over the rest of Ilocos and Cordillera regions. Scattered flooding and rain-induced landslides are also expected, especially in areas highly susceptible to these hazards. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 has been hoisted over Batanes, the Bubuyan Islands, the western portion of mainland Cagayan, Apayao, Abra, the western portion of Kalinga, the western portion of Mountain Province, the northern and western portions of Benguet, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, and La Union. Rough to very rough seas will prevail over the northern and western seaboards of northern Luzon and the seaboards of central Luzon and the northern and eastern seaboards of northern Luzon. Fishing boats and other small sea vessels are advised not to venture out into the sea, while larger sea vessels have been alerted against big waves.
Para naman dito sa latest forecast track analysis ni Bagyong Florita, ito nga po ay nasa labas na ng ating area of responsibility and generally kikilos ito west-northwestward, mas palayo pa sa ating area of responsibility, patungo yan sa southern portion ng China. And also, na-expect nga natin na habang papalayo pa itong si Bagyong Florita sa area of responsibility, na-expect din natin na hihina na yung epekto ng southwest monsoon sa ilang bahagi or sa bahagi ng ating bansa. And by tomorrow, na-expect natin sa malaking bahagi ng ating bansa ay improving weather na tayo.
The government is finding ways to ensure sufficient rice buffer stock in the country. In a meeting between President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and his economic team and officials of the National Food Authority, plans to maintain an adequate supply of rice in the country were discussed. In his first month as President and Agriculture Chief, Marcos gave a marching order to boost the production of rice, corn, vegetables, pork, and poultry. He also called for the review of the rice tariffication law and how it affected local farmers. Under the proposed 5.2 trillion pesos national budget for 2023, the buffer stock capacity will be increased from 9 days to 15 days. The government also allocated 12 billion pesos for the NFA's buffer stocking program to procure over 631 million metric tons of palay from local farmers. An amount of 670 billion pesos will also be allocated for the purchase of high-quality rice and corn seeds for seed buffer stocking under the Department of Agriculture. Meanwhile, the government intensifies its drive against possible hoarders of sugar and other agricultural products. Press Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles said the government would run after all warehouse owners and caretakers taking advantage of the current supply concerns in the country. She said surprise warehouse visits will continue in the following days. Malacanang cautioned the public to be vigilant against the spread of monkeypox after the country logged 4 cases of the disease. Press Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles encouraged the public to visit the Department of Health's social media platforms to learn more about monkeypox. The 4th case of monkeypox is a 25-year-old Filipino with no documented travel history to or from the countries with confirmed cases. The DOH advised the public to prevent the spread of monkeypox by avoiding close contact with suspected cases, keeping hands clean, wearing a face masks, covering coughs with elbow, and choosing areas with good airflow. Meanwhile, severe and critical COVID-19 cases in hospitals are increasing but reported to be within the threshold. DOH officer in charge, Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergara, said that during the past 4 weeks, severe and critical infections comprised 811 or 9.7% of hospital admissions. 60% of the cases are unvaccinated or partially vaccinated. The DOH Pinas Lakas campaign aims to lower the number of severe and critical cases through vaccination. Malacanang has released a list of regular holidays and special non-working holidays for 2023. Proclamation 42, inked by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Monday, contains the list of regular holidays and special days to be celebrated next year. Proclamation 42 emphasizes the commemoration of the 37th anniversary of the EDSA People Power Revolution, Black Saturday, and December 8, or the Feast of the Immaculate Conception of Mary. The proclamation also highlighted the commemoration of the death anniversary of former Senator Benigno Aquino Jr. every August 21, as well as November 2 or All Souls Day. Meanwhile, the national holidays for the observance of Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha will be issued after their approximate dates have been determined, in accordance with the Islamic rules. And that is the latest from the Pna Newsroom. Stay tuned for more updates on the biggest stories throughout the day. I am William Theo. Stay safe, everyone.